Hello and welcome. Thanks for joining us. Diamond Dynasty Baseball on tap tonight. It's the Houston Astros going up against Ecuador. First pitch coming at you right after the break. Just about set to go now. And today's starter, Juan Marichal. How about a scouting report on him?
Well, he's very unique for one clear reason, Boog, and that's because he throws a screwball, a legit screwball. It's not just a two-seam fastball that has run. And pretty much no one throws a true screwball in this game anymore, but he does, and he actually can be really effective with the pitch. It kind of breaks like a slider, but it moves to the pitcher's arm side instead of the glove side. You know, I'm really excited to see it in action because I've heard it is devastating.
Swing and a miss for the strikeout. Slider got him for strike 3. On the ground to third. Gets it to first. 2 up, 2 down. Now it's Yordan Alvarez.
The left fielder, number 44, Yordan Alvarez.
And that one missing inside, a sharp slider.
Definitely a swing and miss slider down and in. He finished that really well. Just couldn't get him to offer at it.
Just missed. 2 outs, base is empty. Slider right there.
He's going to have to make sure that he stays patient because he is the focal point in that lineup. They're going to pitch him tough. They're going to pitch around him. And when he doesn't see other guys doing anything, what you can do is become a little too aggressive and chase out of the zone.
Swing and a line drive and a base hit up the middle. So he gets on base and keeps it going.
Everything was on time and fluid in that swing. Got a pitch he could get the barrel on and lined it into center for the knock. Those always feel good.
And next will be the cleanup hitter, Isaac Paredes. Swing and a foul straight back. 2 outs. Here's a swing and a drive left field, and he knew it. That'll fire up the dugout. It's 2-0. So 2 down. Vic Caratini at the plate. And the first pitch is drilled in the air out to center. Adele. And that'll do it. Back here with my pal Singy and today's starting pitcher, Framber Valdez.
He's someone you can rely on to provide quality innings in almost every one of his starts, Boog. He knows how to command the mound. His stuff is good, and sometimes it's even better than good. If he gets off to a fast start, look out. It could be a tough day for this lineup.
Bottom of the first. Here's C.J. Abrams to hit. Up the middle, Pena. On the run, throw to first, and they get the out. Now the number 2 hitter, Salvador Perez. Chris, he's their team leader when it comes to RBIs. Tap foul at the plate. And that one is lifted in the air. Myers makes the grab for the second out. And now it's Juan Soto.
The right fielder.
He's a left-handed batter who still comes up with good contact and a good average against left-handed pitchers. Fastball for a strike. And it's 0-1. All right, so you hit lefty. What makes it so hard to face a left-handed pitcher?
Left-handers, they just seem to have different arm angles. So to keep that front shoulder in there and really discipline yourself can be tough sometimes. But the guys that do it well, man, I tip my cap to them every day.
That one misses, and that's ball 3. Fly ball down the line. And that's a foul ball. 2 down, nobody on. Good plate appearance there. Able to take the walk.
What a battle. It's not always easy laying off a 3-2 pitch, and I tell you what, he earned that walk.
And the batter now, Scott Rowland. Swing and a miss. Missed that by a mile. That's strike 1. Hit high in the air. There it goes. See ya. He'll circle the bases, and we're level. It's 2-2. So digging in, Michael Busch. That's inside. Hit in the air, left field. Alvarez settles under it. Top of the second. Now it's going to be Jose Altuve. Out towards right center. That's well struck. That's back there. High bounce, takes it over the fence. That's an automatic double.
Oh, that started and ended pretty quickly. No messing around right there. Just a cookie down the middle. I mean, those are the ones you dream about. The ones in the cage, you're just hoping you get in the ball game. Right down the middle, not a whole lot of velocity, right on top of it.
In the dirt. Well done behind the dish.
He gave up a couple of runs in the first. His offense picked him up. It's time for him to settle in now and throw up some zeros on that scoreboard.
Swings and misses. Not what you're looking for after the leadoff double. A strikeout, and there's one away. Swing and a miss as he was out front. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. And there are 2 outs.
Just pulled off of it a little bit right there. That front shoulder coming open instead of staying closed. If he does that, he's going to be able to go up the middle the other way with some authority instead of a fly out to left.
Mauricio Dubon in the box now. No balls and a strike. Here's a high fly ball out to center. Adele brings it in, and that is that. And welcome back to the ballpark. Bottom half of inning number 2. Now it's the DH, Nolan Arenado. Swinging a foul straight back. Arenado, 33 years old, and he was a second-round pick back in 2009. Next pitch is outside. Swing and a miss. Ugly swing right there.
Nothing but curveballs so far in the at-bat. Kind of makes it difficult as a hitter to know what to look for because you start wondering if they'll keep coming with it or if they'll try to speed you up.
Tosses to first. 1 up, 1 down. Here's Joe Adele.
Good sinker low in the zone right there and produced exactly what he was looking for. Ball on the ground. Nice ground out.
Now this is in the air down the line. Dubon makes the grab. 2 down. Here's the second baseman, Brooks Lee. This guy's kind of a unicorn in today's game of baseball. It seems like we're seeing fewer and fewer switch hitters, and he is elite regardless of the side of the plate he's hitting from. That's a laser base hit, and that keeps the inning going.
Didn't take long to get a result for that at bat. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay.
Alex Gordon, the next to hit. Swing and a base hit. To third. Safely into second. He's got a double.
First pitch swinging, went up there with a plan to be aggressive. That can be a really tough pitch to handle, a front door breaking ball, but he did a great job staying in there, keeping that front shoulder closed. He didn't spin off the ball and hook it foul, which happens so many times.
Abrams up to bat next, lays off for a ball. 2 outs, 2 in scoring position. Base hit, 1 run is in. Here comes the throw. It's off the mark and he scores. And it's 4-2.
That's all he needed, just a simple base hit, and he drives in 2 in a huge spot. That's about as textbook as it gets. Got his stride and load out of the way.
Hit high in the air. There it goes. See ya. He made him pay for that one. It's 6-2. So 2 away with nobody on. And now the right fielder, Juan Soto. And a foul ball. Lifted in the air down the left side. Paredes makes the play. That is the inning. And we're back. New inning getting started. And stepping in for the Astros, Jeremy Pena. Marshall back to work. That clips the corner.
Man, this guy's got a great feel for his breaking ball today.
This one popped up. Foul ground, first base side. Perez hauls it in, and there's 1 away. Jake Myers up next for the Astros.
Jake Myers.
He's one of those Dave McCarty, Mark Carrion, Ricky Henderson types. Throw left, bat right.
You make a note of those guys because it's just different. It's like, man, you're left-handed, but you hit right-handed.
Here's Yordan Alvarez. Swing and a miss. There's the slider. 0-1. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
Well, that's today's style of baseball right there, right? Big-time velo on the bump and big-time pop at the plate.
Popped up to the left. Into foul ground. Roland makes the grab, and that's the inning. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Here's the third baseman, Scott Rolen. And there's the strike.
You know, this group of hitters doing a good job of putting the ball into play, and that makes things more challenging on the defensive side. And here's a stat for you, Boog. They're making contact with more than 85% of the pitches that they're swinging at. It's pretty special stuff. Not so good if you're out there on the mound.
Zips it to first. 1 gone, bottom of the third inning.
Now batting,
the batter now, Michael Busch. Fly to left his first time. Outside low, ball 1. That one the other way. Tosses across to first. And 2 straight set down to begin the bottom of the third. 2 down, base is empty. Here's Nolan Arenado. Grounded out his first time up. And there's a foul ball.
This is important. If he can go 1, 2, 3 here, will be a very positive sign for him and for his team.
And ball 1.
1-1.
Just missed.
If you're going to miss, you want to miss outside the zone. When you miss inside the zone, it's trouble.
Ripped to third, but handled, and that'll end the inning. All set for the start of the inning. Now the third baseman, Isaac Paredes. And the slider just misses. And another ball.
Last couple of pitches breaking balls away. I think he's going to have to come firm inside to be able to open up that location if he wants to go back there later in this count.
Next pitch, a slider that misses outside. That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
Definitely lost the handle during that sequence. Four pitches for the walk,
catcher,
and that last one didn't even threaten the zone. Catcher might want to go talk to him.
Caratini batting for the second time, and that's strike one. Swing at a ball lifted to center field. Makes the catch for the out. So a man aboard. Here's the former MVP, Jose Altuve. Doubled in his first AB.
Altuve always seems to be setting records or reaching milestones, Boog. In 2023, he became the fastest player to reach 2,000 career hits, 200 home runs, and 200 stolen bases in MLB history.
And there's two away. And now it's Christian Walker. He struck out swinging in his first at bat.
Walker.
That one finds the zone. It's 0-1. And that drops in for a strike.
Perhaps not quite ready to hit. First two pitches by him.
A swing. And welcome back to the ballpark. Bottom of the fourth. Here's the center fielder, Joe Adell. Fought off foul. Liner, and this could be trouble. Around first, heading for two. And it's a leadoff double to start the bottom of the fourth.
He was all over that one. When you connect and it jumps off your bat like that.
Jason Alexander on the pitch here.
Well, they didn't get much length out of their starter in this one, so they've got a lot of outs to eat up in that bullpen. I think they'll look for some length out of him right here if they can get it.
Digging in, Brooks Lee. And that's down and away. Ground ball, Walker. Takes it himself. One out in the bottom of the fourth. So up next, Alex Gordon. Singled and scored his first time. Lifted in the air, out to left. Calls it in, 2 away. Throw cut off, now to the plate. Tag, not in time. He scores. And the lead is up to 5. Hit high in the air. There it goes. See ya. And they boost their lead. It's 8-2. 2 outs, nobody on. Salvador Perez will hit next. Well struck, right field, back there. Booyah! They do it again. Back-to-back homers. His second home run of the game, and they add a run. It's 9-2. And first offering is fouled off. Hammered down the right side, but foul. 2 down, nobody on. We're here in the bottom of the fourth. Here's a rip to short, but he's there for the 3rd out. And we're back. Ready now for the 5th inning. And now the DH, Yainer Diaz.
Well, every pitcher wants a run support, and having a lead is nice, but it can be challenging for some pitchers. I think keeping the mindset to attack instead of trying to beat.
Oh, now this one's high and deep, way back there, on its way, gone. He sends a rocket to left. It's 9-3. Here's Mauricio Dubon. And the first pitch misses for ball one. Dubon, 30 years old now, and he was born in Honduras. And it's fouled away. Marshall ready to fire now. Checks his swing. Now an appeal to first. That's a swing according to umpire Woody Keller. Here's a 1-2. Got him swinging. So the batting order turns over. Jeremy Pena up next for the Astros. 0 for 2 in this one. Check swing, called strike. One out, base is empty, and a run in, and we're at the top of the fifth. Slice to right, fair ball. Makes the turn and heads for second. Not stopping, he's going for 3. And he's got himself a triple.
Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there. Could be a chance here for them to start clawing back into this ball game.
One away with a runner at third. Right through there for a strike. And now 2-2. Swing and a pop-off in foul ground. Rolling. Sizing this one up. Snags it for the second out. Air Jordan steps in to take his hats. 1 for 2.
Jordan Alvarez.
He swings and fouls one off. 2 outs. On the ground, right side. In time to Bush. Yeah, they get the out on Alvarez. They limit the damage here. Bottom of the inning. Here's the third baseman, Scott Rowland.
Number 27.
Swing and a pop-up. Altuve. And it's caught for the out. And now the first baseman, Michael Bush.
First baseman, Michael. Bush.
And first offering is fouled off. 1 out, base is empty. Swing and a foul out of play. The 0-2. Up the middle. What a stop. Throw to first. Nicely done for the out. Here's Nolan Arenado.
The designated hitter, Nolan Arenado.
In there at the knees, strike one. This one smoked out to left. Alvarez hauls it in to end the inning. All set for the top of the sixth. Now here is Isaac Paredes. Marshall back to work. And that finds the mark on the outside corner. And it's 0-1. Next offering is outside.
1-1.
Gets the slider in there for a strike. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. The 1-2. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. And now the catcher comes up to hit. Victor Caratini. Just off the inside edge.
I can't play around with him here. It's a 6-run lead at this point. Got to attack hitters even if you give up a solo shot.
And that is out of play. Popped up to the left into foul ground. Rolling. Snags it. That's out number 2. 2 outs. Base is empty. Jose Altuve up to hit here. And that is in for a strike. 0-1. And a swing and a miss.
0-2.
Fouls it back with 2 strikes. 2 down, nobody on. And we're the top half of the 6th. Got him. So he picks up his 6th. And welcome back to the ballpark. And now the center fielder, Joe Adell. This to third, and that's just foul.
Well, these guys, simply put, are producing a lot of quality swings. They have 5.
Hit high in the air. There it goes. See ya. He sends it out of here. It's 10-3. So a new pitcher out of the bullpen for the Astros, Sean Dubin.
He's got a wicked breaking ball in his arsenal, and it's definitely one of his go-to pitches when he needs an out.
At the plate, Brooks Lee. Hit high in the air. There it goes. See ya. And they add to their lead. It's 11-3. Now the left fielder, Alex Gordon. Swing and a pop-off in foul ground. Paredes makes the catch, and there's one gone.
Now batting,
Here's C.J. Abrams now.
Abrams.
That one missed.
Good purpose pitch right there. Trying to tease him, get him to raise his sights, pop something up, and make it an easy out.
That one pushed to the left and foul. He swings and hits a fly ball, center field. And it drops in. And here is Salvador Perez. Runner on the move. That's in for a strike. And that's a stolen base, not even close. Runner goes again. Pitch is low. Throw to third. Save. In there at the knees for a strike.
1-2.
Comes up empty as he chases that one in the dirt. Caratini up with it on to first. Out. 2 away now after the drop third strike.
Now batting. Right
Here's
fielder,
Juan Soto.
Juan Soto.
Headed down the line. And that's a foul ball. 2 outs. Line drive, base hit right field. The run scores from third. It's an RBI single. It's 12-3.
Puts a run on the board and picks up an RBI. Off the bat, that one registered at 105 miles per hour, man. That is smoking, and these days you hear it all the time, but the numbers just don't lie. If you can drive a ball like that, more often than not, you're...
Well, we'll hold that thought as that's the 3rd out, and we'll end the inning. This one isn't exactly close, Chris. Let's go off script for a moment.
I'm game.
Were we on script?
Walker.
Never.
Singy, one of the biggest ways the game has changed, bullpen arms. So many elite level bullpen arms.
Yeah, and I'm glad I'm not playing anymore. I mean, it's just a nightmare. When that door swings open out of the bullpen, you know what's coming in is 95 and above with at least one nasty pitch.
1-2. Count.
Fights that one away, still 1-2. The other component is you get less viewings of a specific pitcher. So your ability to go to school on one guy, you maybe get 2 looks at him and then he's gone.
Yeah, and I mean, these guys utilize the iPads and try to see previous footage of that pitcher, but it's just not the same as having an actual look.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. So next up for Houston, Yainer Diaz. He's already homered here in this one. First pitch misses.
The only adjustment he needs to make is his target. If you aim at the outside corner, that slider's going to end up way off the plate. Perhaps look a little more down the middle, and you get it right where you want it.
Fastball for a strike. And a swing and a miss. There's that slider.
He has a tendency to chase out of the zone, and that slider that's down, that's one of his money pitches to get that swing and miss.
High fly ball out into left center field. Adele moves under it. Drops into the glove, and there's 2 down. And next to hit
The
for
right
Houston,
fielder, number
Mauricio
14,
Dubon.
Mauricio Dubon.
At 96, that pitch is in for a strike.
Not sure if he could be in more of a groove. Looks really relaxed. He's retired 7 straight. This guy's feeling it right now.
Strike 2.
He finds himself in a tough situation early. Just got to try to simplify it. Take a knock the other way if you can.
That's foul off to the right side, keeps the AB going. The Stros with a lot of ground to make up here in the top half of inning number 7. Battling here as he fouls it away. Rolled over to third. Throws to first in time. Out number 3. Bottom of the 7th. And here's the first baseman, Michael Busch. This one in the air, center field. Myers. And he makes the catch. And there's one down. And next is the designated hitter, Nolan Arenado. 0 for 3 in this one. Down the left field line, base hit. The throw in, takes the turn. He's digging for second. Well, he thought about 2, but he's back to first safely.
Everything came together perfectly for him right there. Absolutely smoked that baseball. What a swing. Sent it out way faster than it came in, of course. 113 off the bat, and no matter where you hit it at that speed, it's tough to make a play on.
Base hit. And now 2 aboard to third. Tag, got him. So digging in, Brooks Lee. He's already homered in this game. Here's the pitch. Runner on the move. The other way. Slings to first, and that is that. And we're back. Now at the plate, Jeremy Pena. Towards first. Nice grab. Takes it himself, and he got him. Nicely done at first for the out.
Now batting, the center fielder, Jake Myers.
Jake Myers up next for the Astros. Singy, you got to appreciate a guy who's this good defensively. I mean, watching him track balls in the outfield, it is beautiful. Line drive, and there's a hit. Lays out, but he can't squeeze it. Throws to second. In there safely.
The left fielder,
one out, runner at second. Next to hit, Yordan Alvarez. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter.
He's so solid, calms the heart rate of the pitcher and the manager when the ball goes up in the air. You just automatically assume that it's an out every time it's hit in the air. There's one guy that I can think about, Boog, who started as a third baseman, Alex Gordon, and then became an elite perennial gold glover out in left field for the Kansas City Royals. But he's a guy, when you watch him play, you would imagine that that's all he ever played in his life was the outfield.
Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Yeah, some guys just have instincts, right? I mean, that's the way it goes. We talk about Larry Walker, the Hall of Famer, and his instinct on the bases, despite the fact that he didn't play a ton of baseball as a kid.
Really nice job of two-strike hitting in that at bat. Once you get the ball by the pitcher, there's a lot of base hits up the middle, even on ground balls. So a nice job to use that big hole and get himself a hit.
Oh, and they're going to tag the pitcher with a pitch clock violation. That's an automatic ball.
The pitcher must begin his motion before the pitch timer runs out. We're looking for a little more urgency out there.
Now a chance for Victor Caratini. Remember Mark Kotsay was a real good defensive outfielder. Good instincts, not great speed. To the right side. They get the force, and that's the third out. And welcome back to the ballpark. Here's the left fielder, Alex Gordon.
Yeah, and I figured you would get Kotsay into this because you had a free dinner at his house the other night.
That is true. Just missed. That's in for a strike. And it's 1-2. Swings through it for the K. Chase the fastball up the ladder for strike 3.
The batter, number 5.
And now C.J. Abrams.
C.J. Abrams.
That one fouled off. Here's a swing and a line drive and a base hit into right field.
Man, those are the types of hits where you don't feel any vibration in your hands whatsoever. Such a good feeling. Fastball pretty much middle, and that's what you fall asleep dreaming about as a hitter. So no surprise he put a great swing on it.
Out to short. Tosses to first, and they get Perez for the out. Juan Soto now.
Batting, the right
RBI
fielder.
knock for him last time. Now a chance to drive in another run.
And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
1-0.
Hot shot to first base, and he snags it to end the inning. We go to the ninth. Now it's the second baseman, Jose Altuve. Marshall back to work.
I mean, his pitch efficiency, ability to get ahead in the count, at times pitch to contact, let the defense work behind him. That's why he's still in the game here in the ninth inning.
Gets the outside corner with that one. You just don't see it that much anymore. A guy being this efficient and getting this deep into the game.
I wonder if he's going to be able to close it out. There's just something about that ninth inning. But being at under 100 pitches, he's still got plenty of fuel left in the tank.
See ya. Strikes him out for the second time today.
The first baseman.
So up next, Christian Walker. 3 strikeouts already. He's 0 for 3. Edge of the zone for a strike. 0-1.
0-1.
And there's a ball. Base is empty, 1 away. Here at the top of the ninth. That pitch gets the inside corner. Now 1-2. Breaking ball misses down and away. Swing and a miss. And now the Astros are down to their final out. Yainer Diaz up next for the Astros. Right through there for a strike. They're down to their final strike. This could end it. And a swing and a miss, and that is the ball game.
Well, what a gutsy performance. He saved the bullpen, gave him the day off. He wasn't super dominant, but he found a way to pitch. And when guys don't have their best stuff inning after inning throughout an entire game, you see them dig deep and they pitch. And that's exactly what he did to get this win today.
12-4 is the way this one finishes.
batting, the shortstop, C.J. Abrams.
Outside, ball. Yeehaw! Ball. 2-2. Ball. Doubtful.
7 outs to go, and they have just 1 run left to score. Cheer 'em on, folks.
Yeehaw! It's 0-1. Ball. Heck! 1-2.
Six outs remaining, and they have just 1 run left to score. Let's go.
That's a ball.
Swung on and blasted to right.
Foul ball. Ball. Heat pop. 2-2.
Five outs left, and they have just 1 run left to score. Let's do this.
Wood. 0-1.
Four outs to go, and they have just 1 run left to score. Cheer 'em on, folks.
No, that's it.
Three outs remaining, and they have just 1 run left to score. Let's go.
Heck, one. 0-1. Ah! 0-2.
Hammer. Just 2 outs left, and they have just 1 run left to score. Let's do this.
strike.
Only 1 out remaining, and they have just 1 run left to score. Cheer them on, folks.
Hee-haw.
Victory! They've won the final showdown.
On the north side of Chicago, John Shelby and Chris Singleton. Now it's the shortstop, Jimmy Rollins. And first offering is fouled off. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball.
I would throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He's having a hard time catching up.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. And now Chase Utley,
Now
1 for 2.
Second baseman, Chase Utley.
And a fastball in there for a strike at 91. The pitch timer expired before he started his windup, so that's a ball.
That must be incredibly frustrating for the pitcher, but this is all about creating more action and speeding up the game, and it's working.
So now 1-2. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row. 2 down, bases empty. And digging in for Philadelphia, Ryan Howard. There's a strike.
He's going to have to make sure that he stays patient because he is the focal point in that lineup. They're going to pitch him tough. They're going to pitch around him. And when he doesn't see other guys doing anything, what you can do is become a little...
Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts.
Now batting, shortstop, C.J. Abrams. 7 outs to go, and they have just 1 run left to score. Let's go. To left center and deep. They've done it.
Back at Comerica Park, and now the shortstop, C.J. Abrams. And that drops in for a strike. Just missed. The shortstop takes the ball. In the air, left field, down the line. That one gets down for a hit. So a man on base to start the inning.
Well, they call that an advantage count for a reason. You're so much more likely to get something you can handle. And now let's see if they force some action with good wheels on the ball.
And he can't come up with it. But he wins the foot race to first. Good job of knowing how much time he had there. So the go-ahead run in scoring position. And now it's Juan Soto. And that one is inside ball 1.
As a pitcher, you know the runner on second is ready to push things with his speed. A base hit's probably going to be a big run, so you really have to execute on the mound.
He's got it. Runner tags at second. And he's up to third safely with 2 gone. Devers now.
The batter, the third baseman, Rafael Devers.
And a strike to Devers. 2 outs and a runner at third. And we're at the top of the 5th. And it's even up. Hit on the ground to the right side. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it.
On this board, that will be a home run.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. Here's Joe Adell, 1 for 3. This to third. Zips it across. First out in the top of the 8th. Now Jazz Chisholm Jr. steps up for a big at bat. Pulled hard, but it's a foul ball.
In the infield at the corners, don't be surprised to see them come home first and prevent that run from scoring.
And a swing and a miss. Huge strikeout there. So 2 down now, and here is Adam Dunn. 3 groundouts already. He's 0 for 3. Backed off the plate that time. The tying run is 90 feet away.
Well, out there on the mound, he's got to go right after this hitter because you don't want to turn this lineup over. This is the guy that you've got to get that final out, get out of this inning.
That's towards center. Finley has it sized up. Makes the grab, and that's the 3rd out. Bottom 9, and now the first baseman, David Ortiz.
The first baseman, David Ortiz.
And that one missing low. And there's a strike. Good heater at 98. Swings and misses. And to count 1 and 2. Swing and a miss, struck him out. He's 2 outs away. And now it's Alex Bregman inside. Ball 1. And another ball.
Way to lay off that fastball up right there. You're looking for something you see well that you can handle, but you also have to keep the discipline so that you're not popping up pitches that are just a little too high.
That one misses, and it's 3-0.
Well, an interesting situation. One swing you can tie up the ball game, but if you're patient and work a walk, then you bring the game-winning run to the plate.
Back here in Philadelphia, all set for the bottom of the ninth. And now for the Phillies, Jimmy Rollins.
It's good speed at the top of the order here. You want to get it on, see if you can get a stolen base, maybe get around the bases and pick up a run.
And there's the strike. And that one fouled off. And a breaking ball misses outside.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you can get hurt. Well, a big swing of the bat right there. Against good pitchers, you've got to take advantage of the mistakes. That was right in his wheelhouse. He didn't miss a stitch.
And now here is Chase Utley. That one catches the corner for a strike.
If you're a base runner, you've got to stay dialed in here. Look for anything in the dirt. Try your best to get into scoring position.
That catches the zone for a strike, and it's 0-2.
Two strikes, may see some movement over there at first base.
Went back to the screwball, and it was worthwhile. Howard in the box now, takes strike one. Here goes the runner. Swing and a miss. Throw, save. That's a stolen base. And the tying run is now in scoring position. In the air, right field. Soto gets under it. Squeezes it. 2 away now. Last chance for the Phillies. Scott Rowland stands in for the Phillies. And a breaking ball drops in for a strike. Pitch misses, and now it's even 1-1. They're down to their final strike. Bottom of the ninth, down a run, and tying run on second base. Swing and a miss, and that's the ball game. Runner at third, nobody out. And now it's Luis Robert.
The center fielder, Luis.
Well, comfortable or not, these are the situations closers they seem to live for. I mean, you get into some hot water, a jam, tough spot, whatever you want to call it, but this is where they earn their keep.
Got him looking. That's a strikeout. Teal, the next to hit, takes outside. And fouled off. Swing and a miss. 98 on the gun. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Trying to keep the game alive here in the bottom of the ninth. Swings and misses. Struck him out. White Sox down to their final out. So digging in, Frank Thomas. That's a bullet, but it goes foul. That one inside. 1 ball, 1 strike. And the White Sox down to their final strike. 1 strike away. Back with more Diamond Quest Baseball.
Diamond Quest Baseball.
Diamond Quest Baseball.
I still think I'm better at it.
All right, ready to get underway. Here's C.J. Abrams to hit. On the ground to Jazz. On to first, and the first out of the game is an easy one. And now it's Salvador Perez to the plate.
Salvador Perez.
One down, base is empty. Out to short, Volpe. Whips it across, and they get Perez for the out. Here's Juan Soto.
The right fielder.
He's a big, strong guy, can untie this game with 1 swing.
Yeah, that's fouled off. 2 outs, base is empty. And that's in for a strike. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. And that one hit to first, and it goes just foul. Swing and a miss, struck him out. And a nice inning of work there as he sets him down 1-2-3. Back in the Bronx. Now the starting pitcher in this one, Yu Darvish. What do we have on him?
It's got that splitter, and it's a pitch that swings and misses, come fast, and they come often. Very difficult to pick up out of his hand.
Now it's the right fielder, Aaron Judge.
The right fielder.
He's a guy who does it all. With the lack of contact in today's game, this guy hits for contact, so he delivers average, but there's on-base slugging too. Swing and a high fly ball out there towards left field. Done right there to make the grab, and there's one down. Jazz Chisholm Jr. now.
Second baseman, Jazz
Early in the count, you have to be real careful because of that power. But then if this hitter gets a strike or two on him, he's still very comfortable. And because he has the ability to get the barrel to the baseball, he's a threat deep into the count as well.
Oh, and they're going to tag the pitcher with a pitch clock violation. That's an automatic ball.
The pitcher must begin his motion before the pitch timer runs out. We're looking for a little more urgency out there.
The 1-1. And a foul ball. He goes down looking. So up next, Bernie Williams. In the air, right side. Soto gets under it. Makes the grab, and that'll end the inning. Back now in the Bronx. Here's Rafael Devers. Sabathia back to work. Inside corner for a strike. It's 0-1. That one pulled foul. Just misses the mark outside the zone.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you get hurt.
Swing and a ground ball up the middle. Volpe throws it to first in time. 1 up, 1 down. Scott Rowland digs in now.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
Way outside, and that's ball 1. Up the middle, and that one handled in plenty of time to first. 2 up, 2 down in the top of the second. Michael Busch now at the plate.
Well, there's a lot riding on that at bat right there. Nice job of the pitcher to bear down, make the pitch, get the ground ball. Excellent piece of work.
And that one fouled off. Busch, 27 years old, a former first-round pick back in 2019. Ball 1 there. Left field, O'Neill. And makes the grab. And that'll do it. We head to the bottom of the second. Now here is Lou Gehrig. In the air out to center. Adele on the run. Reaching down and makes the grab. Now Paul O'Neill. And takes low for ball 1.
Good slider down and in can be so hard to get on plane with. You're better off taking that pitch.
Second inning here, no score. Swings through that.
Good pitch down around the knees. You want to be there all game. In a park like this, a pop-up sometimes will carry out.
And now the count 1-2 after the swing and the miss. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. Jorge Posada the next to hit. And a foul ball. Swing and a miss at a slider.
Ahead 0-2 in the count. Sure, you've got 4 pitches you can work with, but throw something you can command and get this at bat over with as quickly as possible. Two down, nobody on.
Foul ball, still 0-2.
Ooh, he missed a mistake right there.
The pitch timer expired before he started his windup, so that's a ball.
That must be incredibly frustrating for the pitcher, but this is all about creating more action and speeding up the game, and it's working.
Kershaw deals. That one hit to right. And no one can get to it. It's a foul ball. Kershaw fires. Swing and a miss. And he's down on strikes. And it's a 3-up, 3-down inning.
Now pitching.
So they turn to their closer, Luke Weaver. Here's Joe Adele.
For the Heat.
Now this guy, a player that if he gets on base has the ability to really be aggressive getting around the base paths.
Slider right there.
0-1's the count.
And that is out of play. Next pitch misses way outside.
0-2 pitch that far out of the zone gives the hitter a little confidence that maybe he can climb back into this at bat.
High fly ball down the left field line. On the move, racing back. Booyah! That's one way to quiet the crowd. It's 1-0. And now, Jazz Chisholm Jr. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter.
Always exciting to see a leadoff home run in an inning. Kind of gets the offense fired up, and you start to expect a big inning.
That one a little bit high, and the count is 1-1. And a strike.
Goodness, I think he just took the best pitch he's going to see in this at bat. You don't get many like that in that location. I don't know if you take that pitch against any pitcher out there on the mound.
Inside, almost got him. Left-hand hitter waits. And down on strikes he goes. And that's the first out. Nice recovery after giving up the homer. Now the left fielder, Adam Dunn. Strike one.
0-1.
Popped up to the left, into foul ground. Catcher tosses the mask, settles under it, pulls it down, and he makes the catch. 2 down. New arm out of the bullpen, Jonathan Loaisiga. He's into the game with the bases empty. Here's C.J. Abrams now. Rolled out to second in his first at bat. That one the other way. Oh, he gloves it. Back in New York, set for the bottom of the third. Now it's the DH, Jason Dominguez. Right through there for a strike.
And I know you want to be patient as a hitter, but you got to be ready to jump on the first thing straight. And he got one right there, but left the bat on his shoulder.
And there's a hit. And the tying run is on with a leadoff single.
Always feels amazing getting a job done when the team needs you to come through. It's just bigger than your own individual stats. That was one of those swings that feels like you're swinging an aluminum bat. It jumped off so hard, squared it up, and it went screaming at 108 miles per hour.
Swing and a high fly ball out towards right field. And there's one down. Here's Wade Boggs now.
Batting ninth, the third baseman, Wade Boggs. Now pitching, Eric Gagne.
That one lifted to left. And a base hit right there. Not in time. He's safe.
Waste no time there. Really important at bat coming up now.
Fought off foul. Next one off the plate inside. And that is ball one. And he grounds one back up the middle. Oh, great stop. And very nicely done for the out.
Everyone appreciates when a shortstop makes a play like that. Your manager's smiling over there, and your teammates are loving it.
Chisholm stands in now, looks at that one inside. Swing and a miss. And the count 1-1. In the dirt. Wow, that's a great job behind the dish there. 2 outs, tying and winning runs on base. And the home team trying to pull it out. Next offering upstairs.
He really committed to that fastball up at the top of the zone. He knows that if he makes a mistake in the zone.
Got him, and that's the ball game. 1-0.
Great going, kid. You made it to the end.
And we're back.
Leading
New
off
inning getting
for
started.
Ecuador,
Here's
the
C.J.
shortstop,
Abrams to hit.
C.J. Abrams.
Well, these players doing a good job of simply getting the bat on the ball in this game, and the numbers back that up. They have yet to strike out, and they're averaging more than a hit per inning. That's a great recipe for success right there.
Pitch misses. Now 2 balls and a strike. Swing and a high fly ball left field. Green takes it in for the out. And there's one away. And now Salvador Perez. 1 for 2.
Perez.
Headed towards the corner. And that is a foul ball. And a pitch. Tap foul at the plate. Got him. That's the second out. Juan Soto now 0 for 2 in this one.
The batter, the right fielder, Juan Soto.
Right side. And that squirts through. And that extends the inning.
Well, no waiting around right there. He was ready to swing it on the first pitch. He kind of rolled over on this pitch a little bit, but he got enough behind it to shoot it through for a knock. And you'll take that anytime you can get him to find a hole.
Devers, the batter now, as he swings and misses for strike 1. Two outs. That was the sweeper, but it missed.
No, he's really working him away this at bat. Sometimes take a little bit off velocity. Try to get a rollover, something on the ground. Stay away from that big hole on the right side of the infield.
He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Runner in scoring position, no outs. Rolling, getting ready to hit. Here's the throw. But it's offline. He will score. It's 3-3. So now here's the DH, Scott Rowland. Line drive, and that's a base hit into center field. The go-ahead run moves up to third. He's held there with nobody out.
Well, clearly he was ready to hit right there. Nice swing to drive that pitch up the middle. Could have easily been out in front on the off speed and pulled off of it, but he was looking to use the big part of the field, and he executed his plan perfectly.
Bush in the box now, takes strike 1. That one outside. And 1-1. And misses inside.
Good spot for the hitter. Definitely has the advantage in this count with runners on. Look for him to be aggressive on this next pitch.
Swung on, belted. Back there. One runs in, and it hits the base of the wall. The run scores all the way from first, and they lead by 2. Yeah, the hard-throwing righty trying to secure these outs against a potent Yankee lineup, but it starts with Aaron Judge. You got to feel like there's a pretty good chance this game is going to turn on one swing. Swing and a miss. And the count 1-1.
Tough spot right here. A couple runners on. 2-ball count. You can't nibble, but you have to execute and finish your pitch. If you leave something out over the plate, it's going to bring in some runs.
On the ground to first. To second, there's one. Return throw to first. Double play. And the run scores from third. Chisholm in the box now. Takes strike one. Next pitch is outside. And that one fouled off. The Yanks down to their final strike. Strike 3. Got him swinging. And that is the ball game. Jim Thome steps to the plate for the White Sox. Clemens back to work. And that's pushed foul off to the left and out of play. Swings and misses. And the count is 0-2. That one missing inside.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you get hurt.
In the air, center field. Williams under it. Brings it in. Runner tags from third. And they'll score first. It's 1-0. So digging in,
Now
Jim
back.
Thome drove in a run with a sac fly his first time up. Swing and a ground ball. Oh, great stop to first. Pretty nice play there. And there's a foul ball. Way inside.
Nope, that's inside.
Swings and misses, struck him out. Back at right field. And here's the first baseman, Jim Thome. Loisaga back to work. Hit high in the air. There it goes. See ya.
The batter, number 5, shortstop, C.J. Abrams.
Ball.
Oh, that's handled to right. They got it.
And now it's Salvador Perez to the plate.
Number 13, Salvador Perez.
And the first offering, a fastball for a strike. There's a swing and a drive. Veen going back. Grabs it right up against the wall. And now it's Juan Soto. Runner takes off. Pitch inside. Throw to second and great jump. Here's the pitch. Runner goes again. Strike in there. Throw to third, and he's in there easily. And the go-ahead run is now only 90 feet away. On the ground, right side. LeMahieu. Off balance throw in time. But it's 1-0 as the run scores. Just about ready to go. And on the mound in this one, Davis Martin. Chris, how about a scouting report?
4-pitch guy. He's got some options to work with in terms of keeping hitters off balance. So we'll see how he decides to utilize those weapons through this start here, and whether or not he's able to mix them all in early, or if he wants to hold something back a little bit later, maybe second, third time through the order, and give them something they haven't seen. It's tough when you know a guy's got that in his back pocket. As a hitter, you really have to stay on your toes.
7 o'clock.
There's a swing and a miss.
Two pretty nasty sliders to get this hitter in an 0-2 count. If you're up there at the plate, you got to look up in the zone.
Oh, that got him. First batter of the game is hit by the pitch. Salvador Perez will hit next. That one out to right. Montgomery on the move. And there's one down. Here's Juan Soto.
The right fielder.
Oh, look out here. He's going to come up ready to swing in this situation.
That one finds the zone. That's strike one. Swing and a high fly ball, well struck left field. That's back there. Pulls it in on the warning track. Rafael Devers up to hit.
You don't get ahead in the count, you can forget about having any success against him.
Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. And that moves the go-ahead run to scoring position with 2 gone. Next is the designated hitter, Scott Rowland. Got to be careful with a slugger like this because he can turn it into a 3-run game in the blink of an eye. Two outs, couple of base runners at first and second. That one hammered but pulled foul. That missed by a lot. And the count 1-2.
Pretty standard high 0-2 fastball right there. If you're smart, you'll look for something down in the zone, but not too far. Don't want to chase that breaking ball in the dirt.
And that is the inning. Back here on the south side, towing the slab in today's game, Yu Darvish. How about a report on him, Chris?
It's always interesting to see how he utilizes all of his pitches and how many of those he has a good feel for on that given day. When he's right, he's really able to keep hitters guessing, and all of his stuff seems to be coming out of the same arm slot, the same tunnel, and that can make life very difficult on his opponents.
Fires over to first, and they take care of Robert for the out. Kyle Teal, the next to hit, takes ball 1. Next offering is in for a strike. And a strike in there. 2 outs, base is empty. Swing and a pop-up in foul ground. Devers makes the catch. And welcome back, and we've got a new arm on the mound to start the second. Penn Murphy.
Penn Murphy.
On the ground, right side. And foul ball. Here's the 0-1. And it finds its way through for a hit. And a good start to the inning.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Pretty tough for the infielders to do anything with that one. He pulled it hard into the outfield, and even when you keep it on the ground, it feels great when you hit a missile like that.
Joe Adele swings through it for strike 1. Strike 2.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. Jazz Chisholm Jr. now. Lifted in the air, left field, pretty well struck. And Benintendi able to make the grab. 2 down. Here's the left fielder, Adam Dunn. Nobody on his team has been better at driving in runs this season, Singy.
Dunn.
That misses the zone, and that's ball 1. Got it started a little too early. Strike 1.
Good late sink on that fastball. Out of the hand, looks so good, and then by the time it gets in the hitting zone, hard to get the barrel to it.
Swing and a ball lifted left field. Benintendi pulls it in on the run. And welcome back to the ballpark. Bottom half of inning number 2. And now it's going to be Frank Thomas. Jazz tosses to first. And quickly one away in the second.
The right fielder.
So up next, Braden Montgomery.
Montgomery.
And fouled off. Darvish kicks, delivers. Late swing, foul to the left. 1 down, base is empty. puts it in the air out towards left center. Adele going after it. Makes the grab, and there's 2 out. And the batter now, Chase Mydra.
Second baseman, Chase
Mydra measures 5 feet 10 inches, 23 years old, and he was drafted in the 4th round in 2022. Next offering, pop foul off to the right out of play.
Some real good life going through the zone on that one.
The pitch. Check swing, and he went. No balls, 2 strikes. Swing and a miss, and that is that.
now pitching.
So the closer summoned from the bullpen, Brandon Iser.
And they felt it was time to bring on a left-handed reliever from the pen with the lefty hitter coming up. I think it's a good move. I know I never liked when opposing teams did that to me.
Sliced hard but foul. And a base hit. And a go-ahead run is on base.
I'm sure he feels really good about that one. I could watch base hits like that one all day long, and so could every hitting coach in the league. Just a nice line drive into center field.
Now it's going to be Salvador Perez. Swing and a miss. 0-1.
Well, here's a good opportunity in this inning to get on the scoreboard after that leadoff hit, and hardly order coming up right behind them. This is where they need to get going.
Swing and a ball drilled in the air towards right center field. And there's one down. Juan Soto now. Fly to left his first time. And that one is lifted in the air. Benintendi sizes this one up. 2 down. And it's Rafael Devers in the box. Now a move being made for a pinch hitter, Jorge Polanco.
And this is a big at-bat coming, Boog. Definitely a little added pressure on him here.
And a big swing and a miss. Swings through that one out in front that time.
A little anxious, a little aggressive early in the count. Too much for me.
Runner takes off. Pitch is low. Safe at second, and that was not close. And the go-ahead run is now in scoring position. Runner on the go again. On the ground, right side. Throw over to Thomas. And as we go to the last of the third, here comes Yoan Moncada. The left-hander on now, Clayton Kershaw. The offense will need to be ready for the breaking stuff. He's got a great curveball.
Clayton
Rips one to left. That's a base hit. Now he turns and heads for second. Here comes the throw. And he greets the new arm from the bullpen with a double.
Went up there looking to be aggressive and got something he could handle. When you can turn a ball around at 107 off the bat, it's going to make you feel really good inside. If he elevates that a little bit more, it's definitely out of here.
Colson Montgomery swings through it for strike one. The winning run on second base. Outside low. Going to count 1 and 2.
Well, if he's going to do...
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Batting ninth,
Adam Dunn now at the plate. Just missed. Still tied at 0. Last of the third. Swing and a miss. And the count 1-1. They tried to get him to chase on a slider down and away. Swing and a high fly ball right field. Brings it in. And there are 2 down.
Well, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his highest gear and go a long way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
This guy's got good power. With one swing, he can win it for him. Foul ball. It stays 0-2. In the air, left field, down the line. Dunn charging after it. Couldn't get to it before it dropped foul. Runner at second, 2 down. Got him swinging.
Now
welcome back, and now on the mound to start the 4th, Justin Anderson.
And we all know about his slider. It's just filthy, man. And one of the better ones in the game, I'd say. Spin rate's very high, and it just breaks a ton.
And that one gets past the catcher. Tag, save. He's into third on the wild pitch. Oh, right to the backstop. No advance, though. Ripped towards third. Moncada tossed to first. And one gone to the 4th as they get the leadoff man. So the go-ahead run in scoring position. And now the first baseman, Michael Busch. 1 for 1 with a single so far. First offering, and it just misses.
What's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, you hit a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
Anderson ready to work. Skips in, and excellent work to corral that one. Could have been dangerous. With the go-ahead run at third, and here in extra innings. Liner caught at second.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting a line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
Looks like it'll be a pinch hitter, Byron Buxton. He comes to the plate in a huge spot in this one. Going away.
0-1 the count.
And that one goes straight to the backstop. Tag out. They cut down here on the south side. And now here's big center fielder Luis Robert.
Now pitching, Eric Gagne.
Swing and a high fly ball out towards right center field. Drops into the glove. Runner tags at second, and he makes it up to third with one away. Stepping in, Kyle Teal. It gets through, that's it. In comes the winning run, and they walk it off. The final one.